Hey everybody, I want to show you a really cool feature with Google Forms that can make it easier to administer the art formatives this year that were rewritten over the summer. So if you head on over to the curriculum webpage and to the assessment page, I'm going to click on this media, third grade media formative, and I am prompted to make a copy of this Google form, which I'll go ahead and do. And that just puts it into your My Drive folder in Google Drive. So if you take a look, you'll notice that this is created in the old version of Google Forms, which is perfectly fine and it can work just well for what you want to do. But I really recommend that we go ahead and try the new Google form for one really good reason, and that is because you can create a self-grading form or self-grading quiz using the new Google Forms. And you do this by going up to the gear settings here and clicking on quizzes, and then you click on this toggle button to turn that on, and then you can leave the other settings the way they are and then click on save. And so now you've turned this into a multiple choice test. So if you come down to question number 1 and you click on it to start the editing process, there's a new button down here called answer key. If I click on answer key, I just put in the correct answer for this question, which happens to be clay. And then I'll give this a 1 point value. And then I just kind of repeat this process for the rest of the questions, for however many questions there are. Okay, so when you get done entering the correct answers and the number of points, you can come up to the top, click on the preview button, which will allow you to see a live form, which then if you're giving this to the students in a station or on a Chromebook, they can just come up here, fill out their answers. I'll just do a couple, get a few wrong, and then they click on submit. And so at this point, they can either click on the link to submit another response so that it resets the form for another student to take it, and they can just go through the rotations until they've all done it. If they're happen to be fortunate enough to be doing this in a lab, obviously you won't have to do that. So once the students have all done it, you as the teacher want to open up the form in the editing view, and you can see across the top that one response has been submitted. So if I click on that, I can see a class overview, which gives you a good snapshot of how well the students did in all of the questions. And then if I click on individual, I will see the actual form that each student submitted. So you can see here's my name, and then you can see I got the first two right, the next two wrong. And if there were more responses, then I would be able to see them by going to the next page 1 of 2 or one of however many. But at the upper right-hand corner here, there is a green button that says create a spreadsheet. So we want to create a new spreadsheet. That spreadsheet will also be in your My Drive folder. It will be called the same thing as your form. You could change this if you wanted to. That's up to you. If I hit create, it opens up the spreadsheet and it gives me the time that it was taken, the score that I received, and my name, the classroom teacher's name, and then the individual responses. So it allows you to really dig down deep and see how the students did. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me.